For day 3, we did the Walk into History trail between Starling Gap's campground and Big Pat's Creek campground, which was where we were camping last night. Let's go! The walk was really nice, but the trail is definitely not maintained, and we had to keep walking over or under fallen trees and branches and like whacking ferns and thorny blackberries out of the way. And I was thinking at the start of the trail that maybe the walk into history is called that because we're walking into the historic time of when trails weren't even a thing yet, because no one had made them because it looks so like under-maintained. Now we're at Starlings Gap, and this campground looks quite big, and there's fire bins and everything, and even a shelter. There's no one else here, it's just us, and it's still summer at the time that I'm filming this, so it's kind of peak camping season. It's kind of a shame that it isn't used as much because it's a very nice looking area and there's so much greenery and it's really lush. There is a lot of spiders and insects. Now it is 3:30 and I guess it's dinner time. I made a stir fry about a month and a half ago that I dehydrated that I was originally going to take on the Great Southwest Walk, but I didn't end up doing the whole thing, which actually is really good because my hiking shoes that I was using then weren't right for me, and I had to get new ones when I came back, but my feet were already so messed up. I reckon I probably won't be doing any hiking for about a month after this trip, just for my feet to recover. It's been in there for like 25 minutes or something, so I reckon I'll start cooking it now to finish rehydrating it and then add some couscous. So for my third day and last day of breakfast, I'm going to have a wrap and lots of peanut butter and a bit of honey. I have decided that the powdered soy milk that I was eating with cereal isn't very good. I had it the other 2 mornings and I'm not really about it. I also think that for future trips where I have to sort of like be quick in the morning and want to get out hiking or riding, I think I'll just have wraps for breakfast because I'm a bit slow in the mornings, so I think that'll help me get out quicker. Our last hike for this trip is the Adder Tree Loop, and we'll probably extend it just a little bit to Adder Mill number 2 and see if we can see some of the more historic stuff there. But the Adder Tree is supposed to be a 75-meter tall mountain ash tree, and it's the tallest tree in this reserve. This is the new Federal Mill campsite, which is halfway through our loop. We've got a bit of a river crossing here, as you can see. The track we took quite quickly became as maintained as the hikes that we were doing in the past 2 days, because it turns out the only bit that is signposted and really well kept is this little black line here and then this green bit. So what we actually did was we went all the way around this loop, but we also detoured here. And we wanted to get to Adder number 2 mill here, but we didn't quite make it all the way there because we were held up by all the branches and also picking leeches off our legs. And then we went back around here. I am very surprised that for the past 3 days, we have seen exactly 0 people on the trail apart from ourselves. Even on this little adder tree loop, which looks like it's quite a tourist attraction. But yeah, there are no cars here, although it is also bad weather today. It is very rainy. But if you're keen for a more real bushwalking kind of feel, and maybe like a little bit of an almost bushwhacking kind of feel, I would definitely recommend the Walk into History trail, although you might need to be very vigilant about walking into spiderwebs. They weren't any of the species that we recognise as being told that we should avoid as Australians. But this now concludes our little Warburton trip. I'll see you on my next adventure. Just like the Great Southwest Walk, this place was actually quite a fresh and novel place for me to travel to. Although I guess when it comes to filling out all of Australia, this didn't really do very much in that direction. But I still had the very new experience of being bitten by many different insects that I had never been bitten by before.